11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Good afternoon here in the Gateway City. St. Louis, the home of today's matchup between these two teams. Season 15 of the Simulation Football League is underway. As you look at the arch there in St. Louis, Missouri, Andy Hamilton along with Ramos Lynn for you here for this Week 1 action between the Louisiana Revolution and the St. Louis Gladiators. Ramos, what are you looking forward to today?
Well, I'm looking forward for a good game. I mean, we've seen 3 tremendous games so far in Week 1 of the SFL action here in Season 15. And these are two teams that know each other very well. Of course, we have huge storylines, Johnny Pickler going back to St. Louis, as well as Cody Scott and others. So this is going to be, I think, a very good game. And just interested to see how the coaches game plan against each other.
Gerald Smith, obviously the coach for Louisiana, was the head coach here in St. Louis just last season. He returns to Missouri to take on his predecessor, Drew Reilly, who was underneath him last season and this season is looking to make his mark as the head man. When I spoke to these two, they had nothing but respect for each other, but also definitely Ramos understood that the other one was a threat, and this game is one to not take lightly in the first week of the season.
Yeah, definitely, and it's very important to go 1-0. Really gives you confidence for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Louisiana wearing white with the blue and green numbers. St. Louis wearing green if you're new to the league. And as always, a rookie quarterback on the one side for St. Louis, and Johnny Pickler returns to St. Louis here, this time playing for the Louisiana Revolution in just his second season in the league, second team for him. St. Louis had to draft a rookie quarterback for another year, and we will see what that rookie has, but not before Johnny Pickler retakes the field here in St. Louis as the Gladiators have it on the tee, and we are underway in Week 1. These two teams in their first action of the season return here, will be brought out, shake and bake, off the left side, spinning, and wow, what a return up to the 34, igniting the Revolution is Mike Twinscrew.
Yeah, very close from getting that all the way, and a very good starting field position for Johnny Pickler and the Revolution offense.
Twinscrew, a rookie, a second-round pick, 23rd overall from the Madison Lynx, makes his mark there. And for the first time we see this Louisiana Revolution offense, they start out in a bunch formation against a 3-3 from the Gladiators. Give up the middle to Streeter, and he is dropped immediately. This Gladiators defense showing some punch on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, and this team has a lot of veterans on the defensive side. On the offense, it's mostly rookies, but on the defensive side, they still have guys like Colin Douglas, the leader of this secondary. And, if St. Louis wants to win this game, I think the defense has to have a strong outing.
That was Mark Gronick on the first tackle. We'll get to some news from him in a minute as Johnny Pickler will adjust the play at the line. He's got 3 wide here and will look to throw for the first time today. First time in Season 15, and it's a first down to the 45, completing to number 11 there. That is Amit Chafunkta.
Yeah, good throw here in the soft zone of the defense. A good inside route, and already very close to midfield are the Revolution.
Mark Gronick on the first tackle earlier welcomed a little girl into the world just this week. Congratulations to him and his family. Here is Pickler, out route there to Twinscrew, caught. Twinscrew has the first down to the 45. 3 plays from scrimmage for the Revolution, 1 for a yard, and then 2 first downs.
Yeah, a lot of cushion there for the St. Louis defense. I mean, a lot of respect for this speed of the wide receivers of the Revolution. Again, a lot of rookies, a lot of newcomers on both teams' offenses, and good throw here to get settled down.
Ramos, feels good to be back in the booth with you. Feels good to be back in the chat with all of our wonderful community. This one a flip. Oh, wow, what a great pass deflection from Rodney Panani. His first time in the St. Louis green, and he makes a good play there across the middle.
Yeah, the former Houston Hyena Panani, the linebacker, and it's going to be his job to stop those passes middle of the field. Good job there. If he doesn't tip away that pass, that's an easy first down.
2nd and 10 from the 45. We'll get to the Louisiana offense here momentarily. 2 backs in the backfield, including Reggie Streeter, but Pickler wants to throw it again. Out route here, caught. Oh, wow, blanketed in coverage. How did Pickler find that throw? Winkler on the tackle, Chase Earl the catch. Earl coming over from St. Louis, and we'll have to check the laundry.
Pass interference, number 24.
Pass interference is the call. Ramos, do you agree?
Yeah, I do. As you said, it was very, very tight coverage, and I do think that Winkler got in just a fraction of a second before the receiver made that catch. So I like the call. I think the corner was not looking at the ball and not playing the ball, was playing the receiver.
Let's get through the Louisiana offense. Johnny Pickler, the quarterback, leads the way, the number 1 overall pick in last year's draft. Reggie Streeter is the halfback. Saren Storm, Chase Earl, and Mike Twinscrew are the receiving threats, along with Cody Scott. And on the offensive line, Leonard Butler Sr. and Rudy Ray Dunn. Pickler in trouble, gets rid of it. Oh, sideline catch is made there on the outside, down to the 25-yard line. What a grab there from Chase Earl.
Yeah, Chase Earl, the former Gladiator, one of the former Gladiators on this offense, and that's a strong arm throw there by Pickler. Not easy to throw the ball to the sideline in a tight window just to have his receiver catch the ball in bounds.
Chase Earl, also drafted by this Gladiators team, returning to St. Louis here in this grudge match. Here is Pickler, fires across the middle, caught. First down, yardage to Twinscrew down to the 10 as Louisiana cuts through this defense.
And great job again by the offensive line. In every passing down so far, the offensive line has done a tremendous job in pass protection. Right there, a little bit of pressure in Johnny Pickler's face, but good enough to get the first down and first and goal, actually.
Ramos, they seem to be keying on the middle of this field, really making Panani, Gronick, and Warner work. Here, the 3 linebackers for the Gladiators. 3 receivers wide. Streeter, the lone back in the backfield. They'll give it to Streeter off this left-hand side. He is chased and dragged down on the outside by Panani.
Yeah, good job there on the stretch play. Almost a touchdown. And I think that Louisiana will try to run the ball again here in the next down.
Revolution, the favorites, the first road favorites team, 68% of the community says that the Revolution will come in here and win this game. And through this first drive, it's easy to see why, as their offense is humming. 3-3 look out of the Gladiators. Shotgun snap to Pickler. Pickler throws, caught right on the edge, down to the 1. The catch is made there by Saren Storm. His first grab of the day, was unable to turn it upfield.
Yeah, and I think that's actually on Johnny Pickler. It was kind of like a comeback route, and the receiver ran it perfectly, just past the touchdown marker. But again, Pickler a little bit underthrew that ball, and in a 3rd and goal, the playbook is wide open. 2 backs in the backfield, actually 3 of them. Let's see if they run the ball.
Goal line look out of St. Louis. They have 6 in their front 7. Here's the give to Streeter, and he'll walk the dog right into the end zone, puts that baby in the crib. It's a touchdown for Louisiana. They take a lead on their opening drive.
And we've seen time and time again this week, actually, in the SFL in the first 3 games, that formation in the goal line proves to be deadly for SFL defenses, because you have 2 blockers up front right ahead of your running back and the whole offensive line and another tight end. So it's very, very difficult to stop if you do not get penetration immediately.
The arm of Johnny Pickler keeps Louisiana's drive alive. The legs of Reggie Streeter finish it off for 6. And the kicker, Matt Fennick, is on to add the extra point. 7-0 Louisiana to start this one off. St. Louis gets the ball when we return. Welcome back to St. Louis. The Louisiana Revolution got the ball first. Johnny Pickler, the former Gladiator, led the team down the field to put 7 points on the board. And now St. Louis will get the ball and have their chance on the offensive side. Return here will be brought past the 15, past the 20. Spin move will get out to the 24. And Ramos, when you look at these two teams, seniority definitely on the side of Louisiana, but neither team really stacked with veterans.
Yeah, I agree. And it's been said how Louisiana is the new team. But really, I mean, when you look at these rosters, St. Louis, the entire offense is made out of rookies. So it's going to be, interesting to see how they play here on offense in their first drive.
Handoff up the middle. First play of the St. Louis season goes to Bill Cherry, the fullback. He will fall forward for a yard. Speaking of this St. Louis offense, Javier Vasquez, Cairo Martinez, the quarterback and running back respectively. You just met Bill Cherry. Ryan Owens, Eagle Mondavi, and Paul Dillevue are the receiving threats, along with Phil Koss, the tight end. And up front, Zach Holdorf leads the way, the center, 6'6", 325. Vasquez, the first throw of his professional career, goes right out to Martinez, who will pick up 4.
Yeah, and obviously St. Louis trying to, play it safe a little bit here first. That's how you want to, approach your newest quarterback. You want to run the ball first, short throw first, instead of just putting the ball into harm's way.
Shotgun look here for Vasquez. Third needs 6 to move the chains. Vasquez, short drop, quick throw. That one is incomplete across the middle. Was trying to find Ryan Owens. Could not complete the pass, and it's a 3-and-out for the Gladiators.
Great job by the Louisiana defense, converging over the middle of the field. And that's what Louisiana did on offense. They were throwing the ball middle of the field all over the place at will. And St. Louis tried to do the same, and they couldn't do it. Louisiana's defense very well played.
Well, Zabrowski, comes out to kick this one away for the Gladiators. A lot of learning this season for some of those rookies who will have to step out and, become starters in the professional league. Fair catch made by Twin Screw there at the 41, and Louisiana's offense comes right back out. 3 players on this offensive unit, Ramos, coming over from St. Louis: Pickler, Chase Earl, and Cody Scott, the tight end, as well.
Yeah, and that's exactly how Johnny Pickler wanted to come in if he was to change his teams. He wanted to have a security blanket that he already knows.
Power formation here. They will give to Streeter right up the middle. Streeter with room. Reggie Streeter, little stop and go, and he fires forward to midfield for 9, an electric run.
Great job by, again, the offensive line. And Louisiana's offensive line has really been the storyline here for me in the first quarter. I have not seen any defensive player of St. Louis get, behind the line of scrimmage trying to make a stop for a loss. And here goes again, that same formation that they scored a touchdown with, and the 3-3 defense here for St. Louis.
2 power in the backfield for Louisiana. Here's the give to Streeter off this left-hand side. Streeter, 2 spins. Reggie Streeter down to the 44. Little bit of a razzle-dazzle there, and St. Louis is going to have to find an answer to that.
Yeah, and, I understand you want to have contain on the outside. However, if it's a 2 tight end set with a fullback in it, maybe you want to put some weight on that defense. And again, a 3-3 defense and the same formation for Louisiana. They're liking this matchup.
Here is the give again to Streeter, and Streeter dropped that time in the backfield in a hurry was Nicholas Warner.
Yeah, and a blown assignment there by, I think it was the fullback that missed the block, because if he made that block, Streeter maybe has 20-plus yards ahead of him. But good job by St. Louis's defense on forcing a 2nd and 9, and same formation. They are liking it.
He's going to continue to run it until it was stopped, even though it was kind of stopped last time. Here's the give again to Streeter off this left-hand side. Readjust his inside, and will pick up another 6. It'll be 3rd and 4. Tackle made there by Drew Reilly.
Yeah, good read right there by the running back, Reggie Streeter, putting this to the inside. We've seen time and time again in the SFL, the new coming running backs just run to the backs of their offensive linemen, but a good vision there.
Here's a pass from Pickler. Down the middle, picked off! Intercepted by St. Louis. Colin Douglas picks off Johnny Pickler, and St. Louis takes the ball back at the 25.
Yeah, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, the unquestioned leader of the defense of the St. Louis Gladiators, Colin Douglas, entering his 9th season in the SFL, former Gorilla, now the Aztecs, and has been in St. Louis ever since the team expanded. And that's exactly what St. Louis needed.
Offensive unit went 3 and out the last time they were out, but an interception gives them a little bit better field position here at their own 25. I formation with a fullback in the backfield. They will give here off this left side to Martinez. Cairo Martinez into the open field and bounding. Cairo Martinez down to the 39 of Louisiana, and just like that, the Gladiators flip the field.
And that's exactly what a pick makes for your team. It really ignites your offense. It really puts the momentum on your side, and a great run by Martinez already for the first time now in Louisiana territory. Great job by the offensive line, blocking down the field about 20 yards down the field. And St. Louis, has a momentum now.
5th round pick from Birmingham, Cairo Martinez, 5'10", 205 in his first game today, showing out right off the bat. 2 in the backfield, spread formation, weak eye, play action here for Vasquez, complete off to this far side. It'll be 2nd and 7, catch made there by Ryan Owens.
Yeah, and it does require some guts there to have the play action and throw the ball against a defense that has 4 defensive linemen in it. So good job there by the offensive line of just holding enough for the quarterback to throw the ball.
Little running back comparison down in your bottom right and left-hand corner. Streeter, 7 carries, 27 yards. That 1 carry from Martinez puts him higher than that with 36. Vasquez fires complete down the middle. Oh, some room on the seam for Dillavu, and he's down to the 16.
Yeah, great job by the St. Louis offense. That was great play design. Almost like a pick route on there, going to the inside. And look, the slot guy does a stop route. The other guy also does a stop route right there, number 81, I think is at the tight end, and a lot of room to run.
Drew Reilly, the head coach here in St. Louis, said Gerald had a major impact on how he developed, didn't restrict or control him in how he learned. He's looking to do the same thing here as a head coach, but knows this is a battle. Vasquez here floats one back of the end zone, incomplete. Was going for the real shocker. Tank Bennett was there to defend.
Tank Bennett coming on from the New Orleans Pharaohs. Great safety, good protection, and good job by the quarterback just stepping up in the pocket. Dangerous throw, but you want to take also some risks if you want to score points.
Well, that was about as risky as it gets. Triple coverage, yeah. Diesel, Blake, and Bennett, not necessarily the guys on this defense that you might want to attack. Both Blake and Diesel played here for St. Louis, so maybe a little bit of vengeance there for Vasquez, trying to go right over the top of 2 former Gladiators. Shotgun snap. Here is Vasquez moving in the pocket, pressured, and down he goes. A sack for the Revolution. Who got there? I believe that is Andre Daniels.
Yeah, the right defensive end just beats his man, and I think that instead of going to the outside, maybe step up in the pocket, try to throw the ball, but he couldn't do it. He didn't have enough space, and a big 3rd down and 18 now.
Vasquez will stand at the 30. He's going to take a short drop, pressure coming, unloads down the middle, picked off. Nathan Blake evens out the Colin Douglas pick with a one-handed grab himself.
Yeah, and that's a rookie mistake. It's 3rd and 18. You're in field goal range. The worst thing that you can do is actually throw an interception. Even a sack is not that bad because you're still in field goal range. So not a good decision by the rookie, and Louisiana just puts a stop on it.
An interception each for both of these quarterbacks. The fans really came alive there as Vasquez and Martinez led them down the field. But now it is the Revolution ball on the 8. No harm, no foul for Pickler. 2 in the backfield, 3 wide, short drop. Pickler on the out route that is caught. Saren Storm will pick up 5.
And that's what Louisiana has to do. That's what worked in the first drive of the game. They ran the ball a couple times, but they were throwing the ball short. Those out routes, comeback routes. That's what's working here for Louisiana. So I think in this drive, they have to go back to the same.
Pickler will adjust the play. He is in a far Twins formation, and he will throw out route there. Oh, wow. Read beautifully there on the outside by Winkler. That's the second time, Ramos, that Winkler has read a play like a book.
Yeah, and this time perfectly on time, perfectly timed hit, and it's a 3rd and 3. But again, as you're saying, the defensive coordinator here for St. Louis, very good job on that play covering the out route. It's a tough route to stop here in the SFL.
Winkler picked 12th overall from Birmingham in the first round. Heavy set. Here's the give to Streeter. Streeter up the middle. Did he get there? No. Stopped short of the line to gain. Colin Douglas was in there along with Gerald Winkler himself, and Streeter is stuffed depending on whether you believe the spot was good or not.
Yeah, I think it was good. I think it's a definite 4th down in inches. And, Louisiana has to punt. But, St. Louis's defense, again, wasn't a 3-3 defense, and they were able to have just enough men to stop them before the first down marker.
Great punt from Walter Malinishin, flips the field, and St. Louis calls a fair catch at the 45. That is one of a couple Malinishins on this roster.
Yeah, you have Jeff Malinishin, the safety, coming from the Storm, and it's another veteran coming into this Louisiana defense that is just loaded on the secondary.
Empty backfield here for Vasquez. He is alone. He will take a 7-step drop. Gonna heave one down the field. That is caught! Vasquez finds his man. What a grab on the outside by Phil Koss, the tight end.
Yeah, the rookie tight end, Phil Koss. Great blocker, but also very good, as you can see, down the field, catching the ball. And it was misplayed by the defense, but still, good throw, tight spiral, and right on the money for a big first down. And, St. Louis here, after the first drive from Louisiana, I have to say they have been playing better than the Revolution for the most part here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they really have counterpunched well, Ramos, in terms of, taking a hit in the mouth from Pickler on that first drive, but returning, fire and not going to bed quietly. Here's the give to Martinez off this left side. They'll give him 2 before the cornerback breaks off to make the tackle. That's Evan Arthur, who also played here in St. Louis. That'll bring us to the end of one. Just 7 points between these two teams, but that's not to say that it wasn't electric. Louisiana leads 7-0. St. Louis with the ball when we return. We return here to St. Louis, Missouri. Andy Hamilton along with Ramos Lynn. Week 1 of the season 15 of the Simulation Football League. Both teams with a 0-0 record. The whole story in front of them to write. Here is Javier Vasquez. Slings across the middle, and that is dropped. In and out of the hands of Phil Koss. Made a big play earlier. Could not do it there. Well, these Gladiators are looking fresh, Ramos. 11 rookies taken in this season's draft, and a couple of veterans, but a rookie head coach as well.
Yeah, and this is going to be the strength of the team, I think, for St. Louis. It's going to be their defense, as we were seeing in the first quarter. After Johnny Pickler drove the ball down the field, the St. Louis defense has really been outstanding in the first half. And on offense, they just need to do enough and not turn the ball over.
Vasquez, deep shot, caught on the diving play. The catch is made, and they're in really good territory now via Eagle Mondavi, his first catch today.
And that's a post route. Great job by Mondavi. Great route running by the rookie wide receiver as the corner almost gets in for an interception. But great job throwing the ball by Vasquez, and you see why he was picked by St. Louis after the Rookie of the Year of last year, Johnny Pickler, walked away.
They like to run out of this formation, and it's worked well for them today, but they will throw here. Vasquez checked down to Martinez. Martinez brought down by the first guy there, and the action was on Tank Bennett.
Yeah, Tank Bennett with a tackle for a loss, and he's been an absolute tackling machine in the past few seasons when he was with the Pharaohs, and this is the tackles that really count, the tackles for a loss when you can put the ball behind the line of scrimmage.
Two receivers, two tight ends here on the line for the St. Louis Gladiators. Vasquez is going to throw. Javier Vasquez delivers to this near side. Picked! Intercepted by Louisiana. Tank Bennett is right there to end this drive.
What a play by Bennett, and just a veteran play getting in front of the receiver. It was a deep out route here for St. Louis, and it's just like Vasquez never saw him. He was just paying attention to the corner play, but he did not look the safety.
These Gladiators have driven down the field twice now. Both times Vasquez, unfortunately, has thrown interceptions, and Louisiana survives as their defense gets bailed out by interceptions. Here is Pickler, who will throw, and the catch is made there across the middle by Chase Earl to the 34. Earl coming alive.
Yeah, and Earl really knows this secondary, doesn't he? He played with St. Louis last season, so going back against that secondary as he did in practice this past year, and just in the zone, getting the catch, first down Louisiana.
Here is Reggie Streeter with two in the backfield. 3-3 look out of the Gladiators. They give off to Streeter. He will get through the first tackle, get through the second. Reggie Streeter down the sideline to the 40. What a thunderous run from Reggie Streeter.
And this is why Louisiana signed Streeter. I mean, Reggie Streeter has the record for a single game performance in yards. He had 425 a couple of seasons ago, and this is what they expect from the veteran running back.
Reggie Streeter today, 9 attempts, 55 yards. Thank you to Jacob Clear and J.L. Browning doing our stats and doing a really good job at it too, because I would be terrible at math, and so I try and do stats as little as possible. Here is Pickler, pressure coming, walloped right at midfield. The Gladiators ring home and take him down. What a hit from Igor Barbatov.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play called by the defense, completely unblocked the rookie defensive lineman, and it was completely unexpected for Johnny Pickler, and down he went for 7 yards.
Pickler stands with 2nd and 17, 4 wide, 3-3 look out of the Gladiators here. Thrown underneath, picked, intercepted again. Nicholas Warner this time, and he's down.
Yeah, that's a big hit, and I think he fell on his forearm. And this is something that we saw with Warren Murray earlier in Houston. Hopefully it's not that serious, but as you can see, he got completely whacked by Twin Screw and falling on his forearm. Let's hope for the best for Warner, because he is, as we said before, the better impressed on this defense. And if he is out, that's a tremendous loss for both the run and pass stop.
4 interceptions in the first half of play, and I have a feeling, Ramos, this game is just going to continue to get hot and as we continue throughout the day. Here is Vasquez to throw. Out route there is caught safely on the sidelines, and out of bounds is Eagle Mondavi, his second catch of the day.
And, this is the chance here for Martinez and the Gladiators offense to finally capitalize. I mean, I don't know how many interceptions can they get in their favor, but they really need to start scoring points because if you're getting interceptions and not getting points out of it, it's worthless.
2 down here. They're going to give to Martinez. Martinez with a block. Martinez down the sideline. 2 men to beat, and he will get brought down at the 32. Sure-handed Tank Bennett, but Martinez is lighting this defense up so far.
Yeah, and Martinez does look like a St. Louis Gladiators running back, doesn't he? He's like a bit, how he's built, a smaller running back than others, and just very quick to get to the outside. Great job by the offensive line again to, seal that hole.
Yeah, 5'10", 205. The offensive lineman for the Gladiators is Zach Halldorf. Want to highlight him when some good runs are made. He is the center to pair with Javier Vasquez, picked in the 6th round from San Jose. Here's the give to Martinez. Little bit of a delay with a blocker. Wow, what a run from Martinez. Picks up another 4. And I was just going to say, Ramos, that was one of his smaller runs on the day, but 4 yards is still on pace for a first down.
Yeah, and that's a good play call again, as you're saying. It was like a counter play in which you have to take a small delay for the blocking to happen down the field. And great job by the running back Martinez, just staying patient.
3 wide here for Vasquez. He floats one. That's caught on the outside. Beautifully scripted play. It was really crossing routes for everyone, and Paul Delavu came open here on this left-hand side.
Yeah, that's a great pro throw here with anticipation, putting the ball just where the wide receiver can get it. And first down for St. Louis. I fully expect for them to run the ball at least here. Actually, they're going in the shotgun for wide receiver, so let's see what they do.
Shotgun 4 wide, 3-2 look out of the Louisiana Revolution. Vasquez looking to throw, fires to the end zone. That one is picked again, and he's got blockers returning it down here on this left side. It's Tank Bennett, his 2nd of the day, and a 3rd red zone interception for Vasquez.
Yeah, that's a poor throw. I mean, after a heads-up play, that's a poor throw, and you're trying to get him in a corner route. However, just completely blanketed. Tank Bennett taking a one-on-one and goal safety against a rookie wide receiver. That's dangerous.
5 interceptions between these two quarterbacks here in this first half of play, and they are really trying to go for it here, and Pickler's going to tempt fate one more time with 4 wide against a 3-2 look with a tight end. Here is the throw. Pickler going to fire down the middle of the field. That's caught! Wow, what a throw and catch. That's twin screw.
And that was kind of a weird-looking throw. It was kind of like a floater, but just enough arm strength, as you can see, with a perfect touch, splitting the two cover 2 coverage, and Louisiana again at midfield. And in baseball they say the points that you do not score, your opponents are going to score them. And Louisiana trying to capitalize off the interception.
Twins to the bottom of your formation. They will give to Streeter off this top side, and Streeter wrestled down immediately in the backfield. That was Mark Gronick.
Mark Gronick, the other veteran linebacker on this St. Louis defense. As we're still waiting to see what happened to Nicholas Warner. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But he's going to be the one who has to just anchor this defense from here on out.
3-3 look again out of the Gladiators. 3 wide here for the Revolution. They'll give it right up the middle to Streeter, and Streeter goes nowhere. In the backfield in a hurry to make the play was Mark Gronick again, making up for the absence of Warner.
Yeah, and this is the great coaching here in the SFL. Louisiana trying to run the ball up the middle like they've been trying to do in this first half, and now they have a linebacker blitz to stop that run. So great job, and let's see if they can, in 3rd down, force a turnover.
Low snap here to Pickler. Pressure coming, and he's walloped again. The Gladiators ring home. Who is it? It's Igor Barbatov one more time.
Great job by Barbatov. A lot of strength here to come to the inside. It's very hard to get sacks up the inside. As you can see, just manhandling the offensive lineman, getting to Johnny Pickler for a sack. And, how many chances will St. Louis have to try to tie the game? They really need to get a big play on offense.
Malinishin kicks this one away, and a fair catch is called for at the 28. And we will step aside. Plenty of interceptions, plenty of action. Scoring still to be seen, whether we'll have more of that. We'll be right back. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. If you're looking for a beautiful replica jersey, they're out now. You can get your name on the back of your team or your favorite team's jersey. Visit team stores and libraries for purchase options at sector6apparel.com. Floater is picked off, taken away right out of the gate. It's intercepted by Evan Arthur.
Wow, what a pick. I mean, that's completely on the defender. I mean, you have the inside route and just getting in front of the receiver for the interception. Yeah, you can blame the quarterback for throwing the ball, but I think that's more of a great play by the defender, just like Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl, it looked like.
And Arthur gives the Louisiana Revolution really good field position here at the 35. Still, despite all of this madness, only up by 7. Pickler dumps it out to Reggie Streeter out of the backfield, and Streeter picks up a couple.
And now we have a word of Warner. That's a fractured arm, just like Warren Murray, out for the rest of the game. So that's a huge blow for the St. Louis defense. And they really need to have a titanic defensive effort in this game, it seems.
Well, I don't know if they want a Titanic one, Ramos. I mean, I've seen that movie a couple times. I don't really like how it turns out. Two in the backfield, 2 to the bottom of the screen. Pickler going to dump it out to Streeter again off this right-hand side. Streeter, speed kills, and he's got the 22-yard line there.
Yeah, and Streeter is one of the best running backs at just running away from defenders. He's fast, but when he's trying to run away from defenders, he just it seems that he cannot be stopped from behind. So St. Louis definitely has their hands full with that.
Heavy formation here again against the 3-3 for St. Louis. Give to Streeter, spins inside. Streeter still churning the legs. Will get out to the 16, a 6-yard pickup.
This is to be the recipe for success for Louisiana here for the rest of the game, I think. I mean, if St. Louis is going to continue to give you the ball, just you as an offense, Louisiana, just do not turn the ball over again back to them. Run the ball. You're doing a good job. Your offensive line is doing a good job in run blocking. So why not? I mean, they're going in power set again.
To this point today, 7 points and 7 interceptions as well. Here is the give. Oh, Streeter crushed in the backfield. Gladiators got there quickly. Panani with the hit.
Great tackle there for a loss. And again, St. Louis doing a good job here in the red zone, trying to force Louisiana to either kick a field goal or just force them into a turnover.
Tackles for loss on the side of the Gladiators. Here is Pickler to throw again. Dumps it down short and out of bounds. The catch was made, but running backwards, he had to collect it there. On the outside was Storm. It'll be 4th and 4. The Gladiators bend but don't break.
Good job by the St. Louis defense. That was bump and run coverage, and a wide receiver was not able to get past the sticks as they were trying to make a field goal. And Andy, I mean, you have to think that how St. Louis has played offensively is a 10-0 lead, a very hard, deficit to come back from.
Not hard at all, considering how many times the Gladiators have been in the red zone. High snap is corralled. Fennick puts it up and through. It's 10-0 Louisiana on top of St. Louis.
Yeah, good job by the holder. Just a high snap, but getting the ball in place for a kick. And Louisiana gets 3 more. And, since the first drive, they had not looked this impressive on offense. And they were able to string a drive together and get some points out of it, which is huge.
That was Whiska Lafouche on the hold. And Ramos, I don't know what us broadcasters did to Louisiana, but some of these names are the hardest things I've ever seen. That, not a knock on anyone, but just, really putting us through the ringer here, trying to get them right. Return here for the Gladiators out to the 29. That's where their offense comes back out. And Ramos, as a veteran coach, what would you be saying to your rookie who's thrown a lot of interceptions here?
I mean, just settle down. If it's there, throw it. If it's not, don't force it. And stop throwing it to Tank Bennett, I think. Yeah, I mean, just stop throwing it to the right side. I will run the ball here with Kyron Martinez. He has really worked in the past couple drives.
Well, they will give it to Martinez. Martinez with blockers. Oh, if he could have broke that one, it would have been him and Bennett and that would have been the battle there for the end zone, but still a good run for 6.
Yeah, very good run. And again, you have to think, as you said, if he breaks that tackle, if he puts a shoulder down and breaks that tackle, that could have been 6 points on the board. So that's exactly what St. Louis has to do. Just keep the ball on the ground and try to get some points before the half ends.
2 to the top of the screen, 2 tight ends here to the bottom, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Louisiana on top, 10-0. Still anyone's game. Lots of football left. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to St. Louis, Missouri. Mark Chisholm has entered the chat and said, what did we miss? Well, I can't really explain it. It's a lot of interceptions. You're just going to have to go look at the tape later. This will be 2nd and 4 for the Gladiators with 2 minutes to go. Here is Vasquez to throw. Floats one deep down the middle. Oh, mossed him. Unbelievable grab there by Phil Koss.
Wow, and then really redeeming himself. Phil Koss had a blatant drop in the first quarter, but that time just completely mossing safety, and that's exactly what St. Louis needed, trying to get closer to scoring position.
Well, and all veteran safeties, too. That's a rookie mossing some vets. Here's Martinez up the middle. He will pick up another 4, and time will roll here, but a good play call. I really like how Martinez is running today, Ramos.
Yeah, me too. He looks like a veteran running back out there, doesn't he? And again, this is a running back that really suits St. Louis's style of running. Looks a little bit like Diesel Dawson, a little bit like Park Hee-Chol, previous running backs that St. Louis have had in their history.
Give to him again, and Martinez down this near side will get to the 33. Now under a minute, they'll go hurry up.
Do they have a pass play in this formation, though? They do.
Play action here for Vasquez. Checks down. Oh, Martinez was offline there, and I mean, maybe it was a dark visor there that got him, Ramos.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he just ran the route or if it was a misfire from the quarterback there. But either way, at least it was not an interception, and St. Louis can score some points.
They will send on the kicker. No, they will send on the offense. We'll see if they snap it here. Empty back here on 4th and 2. Need to get down to the 30-yard line to move the chains. Trying to draw this rookie off or defensive line of the Revolution off sides. They will stand here, and the rookie for St. Louis cannot draw the other rookies offside.
Yeah, and I think it's worth a shot, Andy. I mean, you are 50 seconds away from the half. You still have all 3 timeouts. Why not trying to make them jump off sides? If they don't, you just can bring your field goal unit on the field. And not an easy one, 50 yards, but you're at home. You expect your kicker to make these. Yeah,
usually I don't like that type of draw them off sides, burn a timeout. But with 50 seconds left, I mean, no harm, no foul. They will now send Amy Shalizzi on 5'8", 180 pounds. She is related to JoJo Shalizzi, who is on the defensive line for the Revolution. So a family affair here, and she will try and make her mark. Kick on the way here, and it is good from 49 yards. St. Louis's first points of season 15 are an Amy Shalizzi field goal.
That's a great kick. Right up the middle and with plenty of leg. That hit the net. And probably good from 55.
3rd round pick, number 63 overall, out of Ottawa. Both JoJo and Amy went in that third round. JoJo going with the second pick in that round, Amy the 19th. And they are both trying to have bragging rights for the rest of the season. And they got a little over 2 quarters to do so. Deep kick. Wow, Amy Shalizzi. I mean, to hit from 49 and then basically kick another 60-yarder. I mean, that's something.
Back to back, yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, the win isn't her favor, but it's still, I mean, it's not easy to get touchbacks here in the SFL, especially when you're in your first game.
Not at all. I think I could kick it all of about 15 yards if I wanted to, and that's with the wind. 2 in the backfield. Streeter, the lone back. 3-3 look out of the Gladiators. They'll give right up the middle to Reggie Streeter, and Streeter corralled beautifully. Colin Douglas came in like a rocket ship.
Yeah, Colin Douglas, the safety, a long-time corner in the SFL for both the Aztecs and the Gladiators, moving to safety for this season, and just a better impresses again on the secondary, reads that perfectly and makes the short tackle.
3 receivers out. They've flexed Cody Scott out on this near side. They'll give to Streeter right up the gut. Streeter bounces off one, tackled from behind. The play is made there by Mark Gronick.
Clutch tackle there by Gronick. If he doesn't make that, probably Streeter is still running now.
And that will take us to the end of the first half. There were fireworks, there were sparks, and at the end of it, it's a 7-point lead for the visiting Revolution. Gladiators hanging in there, have just missed some opportunities, and as we take a look at the stats here, Ramos, incredibly even.
Yeah, but you see the difference. Third down percentage, 25% only for the Gladiators, and a big part of those misses were interceptions. So it's not only that they are not converting on third down, but they're giving the ball right back to the Revolution offense in red zone circumstances and in the end zone. So definitely St. Louis have had the plays and have had the team to potentially be in the lead, but a few mistakes have kept them from being in front.
Well, and outside of that touchdown from Reggie Streeter, Martinez outrushing him through one half. And, I mean, quarterback-wise, it's pretty much a wash. They're fairly close in yardage. Interceptions aplenty for both of them. I mean, Ramos, it's pretty much anyone's game.
No, it truly is. And you have to think, if in the second half we do not have as many interceptions as we have had, we can really see an explosion of points, because look at how many plays have been made in the opposing team's 30-yard line that ended in interceptions. If it wasn't by that, we could probably be looking at a 20-17 game right now. But the defense is coming up big in the clutch.
Both teams have good receivers here. Leading receiver for St. Louis is Phil Koss, his 2 grabs for 49 yards. And on the Louisiana side, it is Mike Twinscrew, 3 catches for 53 yards. On the defensive side, Tank Bennett leads the way for Louisiana. 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 pass deflection, 2 picks. And on the St. Louis side, I think you got to give the nod there to Colin Douglas. 4 tackles, an assist, and a pick for him. And then kicking-wise, both kickers are perfect, 1 for 1, as you see Matt Fennick kick right here, right down the middle. Quarterback-wise, Ramos, I mean, for the rookie Vasquez, I think we expected him to have to overcome some odds. 4 interceptions might be more odds than we expected, but have to overcome it. For Pickler, the 2 picks, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily expected those.
No, I agree, but at the same time, you have to think that both coaching staffs know each other very well. I'm talking about, obviously, the St. Louis current coaching staff knows Johnny Pickler pretty well. You have to think Dwayne, Colin, those guys. And on the other side, in the Revolution, Gerald Smith, knowing the St. Louis Gladiators offensive recipe very well indeed. So I think that we did not expect 7 interceptions, but to see the defenses reading plays, I don't think it's very strange.
Well, after the 3-point field goal from Shalizzi, they will get the ball back here to start this second half. return here coming. A little shake and bake, and Javier Vasquez will lead this St. Louis Gladiators team back out here.
And again, I think they have to run through Cairo Martinez in this third quarter, at least to begin this second half, because he has really been the spark on this offense. And I think that if they can get him going by the fourth quarter, maybe Vasquez can throw the ball deep.
They will leave him in the shotgun alone here. 4 down for Louisiana. Here is pressure coming. Vasquez unloads. Nice catch on the sideline. That is to the 41. Eagle Mondavi hauls it in.
That's a great strong arm throw by Vasquez. Pressure in his face, all arm, not much to have power under it, and just throwing the ball to the sideline. Perfect play.
And that will set them up 1st and 10 here at the 41. Moving the chains early here. And you'd like to see them get Martinez moving a little bit as well. Important for them to get him going. And they will hand it to him here off this right-hand side. And he will fall forward 4-2. And, it's a good carry by him. But Vasquez here, we've seen him, Ramos, have some success.
Yeah, and as you can see on this play, he completely throws a dart to the fullback in stride in the championship game. So he's been in clutch situations before. He's been in the big stage before here with Ottawa and in the minor league this past season. So throwing the ball to the fullback in stride for a big touchdown in the championship game is very impressive, and that's why he was drafted first round.
And down by 13 in that highlight that we saw just there, too. Finds himself down by 7 here. Definitely not out of this game, just like he wasn't out of the championship game. We'll see what he's got. Empty backfield again. Vasquez throws underneath. That one is picked! Oh, down this near side. No one's going to catch him. That's going to be a pick 6 for Evan Arthur. Back in St. Louis. He puts his mark on this game.
And we go back to the coaching, this defensive coaching, and Evan Arthur himself has been against, he is right now against his former team and completely reads that play. When he gets that, it's a pick 6 all the way, nobody in front of him.
Man, Evan Arthur jumps the route, and they were targeting there, Ramos, Cairo Martinez, the halfback. So I don't know if, guys out of the backfield is just Vasquez's weakness or what, but trying to target a guy out of the backfield, a forced ball, Arthur jumps it, and the Louisiana Revolution extend their lead. Kick on the way from Fennick is up and good. It's now a 14-point game as Louisiana shocks this St. Louis crowd. We'll be right back. Back here in back here in St. Louis, Missouri, Louisiana with the interception. Really extends the lead. Ramos, still kind of a shock to everyone here in this crowd. They've really gone silent. They expected to come out of the break and kind of go down the field, and instead a shock from Evan Arthur ignites this Louisiana team, now up by 14.
And at this point, I'm not sure. I mean, you're 14 points down, and passing is definitely not working. Still early in the third quarter. I still say, go to Martinez on the ground, try to get an explosive play there as they've done in the first half. But, it just seems that Louisiana has every pass covered.
4 down linemen for Louisiana, 3 wide for Vasquez alone in the gun. He will throw again. Here is Vasquez moving up. No, he's going to run. Javier Vasquez tries a spin move, picks up 5.
Good job by the quarterback, not throwing the ball into harm's way again, trying to get something on the ground, gets 5 yards, and he needs to do more of that. He needs to, instead of throwing the ball into double coverage and into safeties, he needs to try to get positive yards through the ground.
2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver out. Phil Koss here on the bottom of this line. They give to Martinez with a block, and that block is shed, and Martinez goes down. Nice play there on the defensive side.
Yeah, great job by the linebacker shedding that block and making the stop just shy of the first down marker. But that's what St. Louis have done that is worked pretty well. Those stretch plays, getting a couple guys on the outside, a fullback and a tight end, trying to seal the edge.
Here is the run. They'll give him first down yardage. Chuck Diesel, another tackle. That's his second in a row. And that's Bill Cherry with the first down carry.
Yeah, the fullback who has been a little bit unutilized here in the game as a ball carrier. Well, there's a challenge. And that's close. I think it's a first down, but that's definitely close.
Well, and it's an interesting challenge here in this second half where timeouts will be at a premium. I mean, up by 14, you got to feel, pretty comfortable with how your defense is played. But if you're wrong here, I don't know. That's a bad angle to show. This is actually probably going to be our best look.
He's right over the line. I will give it to him, but that's really close.
Yellow line is unofficial. We'll see what Stripes has to say here, and they will overturn that call. Louisiana will keep their timeout.
Yeah, as you say, the yellow line is unofficial. It's just to help for us here in the booth and for the watchers to see approximately where the first down marker is. But now it's 4th and inches, and you have to punt, Andy. You cannot go for it here and have the ball, taken away from you in your side of the field.
Yeah, really good challenge from Gerald Smith. Erases the possession there for the Gladiators and finishes their drive as they were trying to keep things going. Fair catch made there by Twin Screw at the 31.
And in Louisiana, we have not seen much of Reggie Streeter as of late with explosive plays. We've seen him get the ball to the outside a couple times, but we have not seen, the screenplay, for example, that made him so big in London.
1st and 10 here from the 31. Pickler under center here in the second half. 2 backs. They'll give to Streeter off this left-hand side. Streeter through 2. Spin move. Streeter still on his feet. Will pick up 6.
And that was a weak power play where you have 2 wide receivers on the near side and just the guard pulls to the outside in a short pull. Fullback also goes with it, and you're trying to get 2 guys on the outside. So good job by the Louisiana's play calling, getting 6 yards there.
3 in the backfield against this 3-3 look out of St. Louis. This has been the battle all day. It's swung one way or the other each time. Here is Streeter on his feet. Streeter down to the 48. That looked dangerous.
Yeah, and I think that's Reggie Streeter's best run of the game. I'm not sure we're going to get a replay. Yes, we are. He is supposed to go to the outside, but he reads it beautifully and goes to the A gap, goes to the 1 hole and just open completely. And that's supposed to go to the outside, maybe like the B or C gap for the defense, and he turns it inside.
Todd Dubstat with the tackle. First time we've called his name today. Here is Pickler going to throw again. Fires deep on the corner route, tipped up and incomplete. Good coverage there on the outside.
Great coverage, 50-50 ball, and Drew really great job on the outside making the deflection.
Well, looking at Louisiana, they move from New Orleans down to Houma, Louisiana. Gerald Smith taking the reins as coach, and they bring in Johnny Pickler over from St. Louis today. Very efficient, Ramos, 78% completion percentage despite the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's been very efficient moving in the pocket.
Flips it out to Streeter. Oh, Streeter clocked on the outside, but Drew really, pushes him out there at the 47.
Yeah, and something to look up here, Johnny Pickler. They have a charity fund here, and $12 goes up for every time Pickler throws a touchdown. That has not happened today. But also 55 cents for every Mike Twinscrew receiving yard. And he's had a lot of yards. He's had a good amount of catches, and there's another one.
Out route there is caught. Twinscrew short of the line to gain, and that is a rookie mistake, Ramos. You can't fall down there.
No, you really can, and you cannot really run that route just before the sticks. You really have to stretch it out maybe 1 or 2 more yards, making sure you get the first down. And Louisiana is gonna seemingly go for it. I will go for it here, Andy. You're up 2 scores, and it's a 4th and inches. You have to trust your backfield.
They will take the snap. Here's the give. Reggie Streeter easily has it. First down. There was no one on this outside.
Yeah, just a 3-3 defense, and St. Louis was caught napping there. I mean, it's just numbers game here in 4th and inches. 2 guys go to the outside, and there's nobody there. I mean, it's just not only the fact that they got blocked, it's the fact that they got blocked out of the picture. There was nobody there for a big first down, Louisiana.
Louisiana's 2 guards, Leonard Butler Sr. and Rudy Ray Dunn, doing their job today. And they will block again here for Streeter, who falls forward 4-2. They were outside of field goal range, Ramos. Really good call here. Gerald Smith has called a really good game.
Yeah, he really has. And especially here in the second half, in this drive, running the ball more with Reggie Streeter doing his thing and not putting the ball into harm's way, I think is something that Louisiana has been doing here in the second half, and it's been really helping them.
3-3 look again. Cody Scott down on the line. Here is Pickler going to throw the out route to the top of the screen. Stepping out of bounds is Saren Storm, but not before picking up the first down.
And we are really seeing Louisiana pull away in this game, haven't we? It's St. Louis defense looking a little bit tired and gashed out there, and Johnny Pickler and this offense, really pulling away.
3 receivers wide. They'll give up the middle to Streeter, and Reggie Streeter will pick up another 4. And Ramos, obviously, the injury to Warner does not help them try and slow down Reggie Streeter either.
Definitely, and again, this is a situation where if your offensive line is blocking well from the start, that's going to continue for the second and third quarter because the defense is going to get tired more and more. And if you keep pounding them, the defense just runs out of gas.
Out route there, caught. First down. I don't know about that one, Ramos. That was an interesting play there on the sideline for Storm.
Yeah, that looked very close. I will give him a first down as well. It just seemed just a little bit past the first down marker, but definitely close. And something crucial, it's a first down and 10 from the 11, so there's a chance for Louisiana to get a first down before they even get a first and goal.
3 receivers split out wide, 3-3-2 in the backfield. Here's Pickler to throw. Stands, floats back in the end zone. Caught! Oh, Cody Scott, his first catch of the day, and what a way to do it, right over the back of the defender.
Wow, it just looked like a basketball play where somebody just posts up against the point guard, as you can see on the throw. Johnny Pickler throwing the ball high. A lot of touch on that one. And between 2 defenders, Cody Scott, very familiar with this defense and this atmosphere as well. And Louisiana really, really pulling away here.
Nice catch by Cody Scott, and Matt Fennick is on to add the extra point. And that will put this one at a 21-point lead as long as everything with the extra point is good. Fennick on for he's been on a couple times today, Ramos, and stays true there. 24-3. Louisiana down the field, and they put points on the board. St. Louis will get the ball back when we return. We welcome you back to St. Louis. Do you want more SFL content? Our Discord community has podcast articles and highlights about the league, its teams, and all of its players. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at Simulationfl. Visit our website, simulationfl.net, for news, information, and features about these wonderful players in this league. Well, Ramos, one of the newer players in the league, Javier Vasquez, today has not had the best day out on the links, but for St. Louis, if there's anything they do really well, it's getting new quarterbacks involved.
Yeah, I agree. And again, they have normally good running back help, and
Yes.
and I think that that's really the best thing you can give your rookie quarterback.
Here is Martinez up. Oh, wow. Walloped right up the middle. Martinez was trying to break out, and right there to meet him in the hole was Chuck Diesel.
Yeah, great. That's a big play by the linebacker, completely unblocked through the A gap, making the stop right at the line of scrimmage. And this is where obviously St. Louis does not want to be in. 2nd down and 10, 3rd down and 10. Obvious passing downs where Louisiana can just ball hawk.
Split spread, 4-2 look out of the Gladiators. Play action here for Vasquez is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Bill Cherry, the fullback.
Yeah, and Cherry has looked very good on the blocking side and also has carried the ball a couple times, but just a rookie error there, not able to corral the ball.
Cherry, a couple carries today, that incompletion there. We've seen Vasquez before hit a fullback out of the backfield for yardage, but on 3rd and 10, they have to go 5 wide. Here is Vasquez, floats one, picked off again, coming back the other way, down the sidelines, and it's cleaned up there at the end. Evan Arthur almost went back-to-back with pick sixes, his 3rd interception today.
And you have to think, was that a pass interference? I'm not sure we're going to get another look at it, but it seemed that the wide receiver got interfered. Either way, Evan Arthur with his 2nd interception, and he's a corner that, it's called a cluer, where he plays off and basically reads the quarterback, reads the wide receiver, and tries to go underneath and make interceptions. And that's his 2nd today.
3 receivers wide for Pickler under center. Short drop, going to throw the out route there. It's caught up to this top-hand side, 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, that's Storm on the catch, the former London Knight. One of the best deep target wide receivers in the SFL last season with the Knights, played in the slot, and he was, called to do a lot of deep post routes and stuff like that. And today has been utilized more underneath, but Louisiana really spreading the playbook here.
Streeter up the middle will pick up a couple. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
And I will do the same thing here if I'm Louisiana. I'm not throwing the ball and putting the ball into harm's way. I will just give the ball back to Reggie Streeter off a strong set. St. Louis have shown time and time again that they really do not have a power play defensive formation. As you can see there, 3-3 defense again.
3 in the backfield, give to Streeter right up the middle. Streeter picks up a couple. It'll be 1st and goal at the St. Louis 4.
And this is just domination here for Louisiana in the second half. At halftime we were 10-3. St. Louis had just scored a long field goal. It seemed that the tide was turning their way, but Louisiana here in the 3rd quarter just has completely dominated.
Shotgun snap to Pickler, stands in the pocket, throws this near side, picked off in the end zone. The Gladiators say enough is enough. They take the ball away, and Pickler, an error in the red zone.
Yeah, that's a terrible throw by Pickler right there. It's just a short field, and there's nothing there. I mean, there's no space. Yeah, and Drew really one of the best corners at cluing. Going back to the cluing type of corner, he just is a ball hawk. And this past season had a couple pick sixes and was tremendous in pass coverage.
Well, in terms of quarterbacks, the Gladiators have had a couple different names in the backfield, including Pickler and now Vasquez. We'll get to that in a second. Here is the dump off, and Martinez will get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, Ramos, when looking at the record book for the Gladiators, single-season passing yards record, that's Moody Mitchell in Season 12. Touchdowns in Season 12 also went to Mitchell with 24. interceptions in a single season was Noah Johns in season 13. And then all-time, Dylan Asil has his name all over yardage and interceptions all-time in Gladiators history. And now you have Vasquez, the quarterback, and you have Pickler in there as well. So for St. Louis, they really have done a great job of bringing in new quarterbacks and really giving them the reins.
Yeah, they have, but they at this time they want stability. It seemed that they had it with Johnny Pickler last season, but Louisiana became a team, and then Johnny Pickler moved there. But they are trying to get that quarterback for the future that is going to stay here for many seasons to come.
Flip across the middle. That one is incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 10 at the 20. Malinishin with a nice deflection there.
Yeah, Malinishin has been quiet today, but a great deflection there coming from the Florida Storm. And just another veteran presence here for the Louisiana Revolution defense. And again, the team may be new, but when you look at this team, especially on the secondary, you see the veteran presence. You see Tank Bennett, you see Malinishin, you see those guys, Evan Arthur, who've been here before in the SFL and are tremendous players.
Punt is away, returned here by Twin Screw, gets a couple of yards on the spin out to the 48. 24-3, Louisiana in control of this one so far, but we have a whole 4th quarter coming on the way. You don't want to miss it. Don't move an inch. We'll be right back. Back here in St. Louis, Johnny Pickler has thrown 3 interceptions today, only through 11 last season here with the Gladiators. That would be 27% of his interceptions from last season in one game today. But Reggie Streeter has spelled him very well, and Streeter down to the 24 today.
Yes, and of those 3 interceptions, 2 of them have gone to Colin Douglas, number 1, and the other one to Drew Reilly in the past drive. And these are complete ball hawks. Drew Reilly, again, 2 pick sixes last season. Between those two, 14 interceptions and almost 400 yards of interception return yards.
Streeter stood up and dropped short of the line. And Ramos, then when you add Freeman Peltier, who's been a little quiet today, but does have another pick to go along with that. I mean, this secondary is looking decent.
Yeah, it really is, and it's the strength of this St. Louis defense and team as a whole. You have to think when you have players that can take the ball away and score points like Drew really does. It's what St. Louis is going to do for the whole season.
And off Streeter with plenty of room, has the first down to the 30, and I mean that's really been the difference there. Ramos has been Reggie Streeter's running.
Yes, because Louisiana does have the man up front to block the St. Louis defenders, and obviously losing Nicholas Warner doesn't help either for St. Louis. But again, they have been stuck in a 3-3 formation defensively, St. Louis has, and when you have 2 tight ends and a fullback to block the secondary, it's just a big mismatch.
Split back spread, floater across the middle, touch pass is caught there. Nice grab by Chase Earl, who went a little quiet, jumped out of the gate with 2 catches, went silent, now his 3rd catch right there.
And a good throw again by Johnny Pickler, who here in the second half has been as impressive as he was last season in St. Louis. And, speaking about St. Louis, the bright spot on this of this team so far has been Kyron Martinez, 12 carries, 76 yards. but it does feel like he has been a little bit underutilized today.
6.3 yards per carry for Martinez. Here is the dump out to Reggie Streeter. Stood up right at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Streeter's yards per carries at 4.8. So, you know, when you talk about underutilization, 25 carries for Streeter, 12 for Martinez. Louisiana getting their back involved any way they can. That is the end of the third. Get your fours up in the chat here on FTF Next. It's the Simulation Football League. It's Season 15, Week 1. We'll be right back. St. Louis, Missouri, the site of today's Week 1 Simulation Football League action as we enter the fourth quarter. Plenty of people joining us. We appreciate you for hanging out with us here on FTF Next. More SFL action continues later today. But first, the finish of Louisiana and St. Louis. This one flipped out to Twin Screw. Twin Screw turns the corner and is down to the 3.
That's a great route by Twin Screw. That's a great play design. St. Louis playing off, just trying to protect the end zone, it seemed. But we're going to see the replay. It was an in and out route right there, catching the ball in stride. He didn't fell over at that time. And just great speed on the outside to get the first down. And this is where Louisiana has been tremendous, Andy, is just getting in that power formation against the St. Louis defense and punching it in for the score.
Goal line here, 2 in the backfield. Not that power formation. Twins to the bottom of the screen. They'll give to Streeter anyways. And, he is wrapped up like a burrito in a warm summer's day as he gets brought down there on the inside by Biggins.
Great job by St. Louis's defense, stacking things up the middle. And this is where Louisiana, when they see that, I will not be surprised if they try to go to the outside instead of the inside.
Give Streeter outside, and he is walloped there. No running room for Streeter. It seems that someone on the St. Louis sideline says, not 34, anyone but him.
Yeah, exactly. Just this is where you spotlight 34 from every single player, every linebacker, the safeties, just look for 34. We got the receivers man-to-man somewhere else.
2 in the backfield, tight end flex here. Goal line formation out of St. Louis. They have 8 in the box. Here is Pickler to throw. Pressure coming, unloads back of the end zone. No, out of bounds, way out of bounds. And Pickler cannot complete that one. He was trying to find Chase Earl.
Good effort by Chase Earl, trying to get the feet in balance, but he was overthrown by Pickler's pass. Either way, Louisiana can get some points, and that will be a 24-point lead if they get the field goal.
Matt Fennick comes on here to try and add this chip shot field goal. It'll be about a 19-yard attempt. Snap is good. Kick on the way and good from 19. And Louisiana makes it 27-3. And the turnovers from Javier Vasquez Ramos continue to haunt the Gladiators, excuse me.
Yeah, and this is something that the Gladiators did amazingly well this past season with Gerald Smith. Not turn the ball over. Only 11 interceptions for Johnny Pickler, as you said, this past season. And Vasquez in just one game has more than half of that. So St. Louis needs to do a better job of protecting the ball if they want to win ball games in the SFL, because those are paid very, very steeply.
Indeed. The Gladiators last season having their best season in franchise history, sitting at 6 wins, 6 losses, 500, made the playoffs for the first time, losing eventually to Chicago in that wild card round, but a good game nonetheless. And so trying to continue that. A lot of rookies on the team this year, and we'll see how they do throughout the stretch here. On first down, here is Vasquez throwing across the middle, wide open on a crossing route there, picks up 9.
Good job by the Revolution offense. Really, I mean, they have been doing a great job on, sorry, not the Revolution, the St. Louis offense in protecting the quarterback. That's something that we have seen time and time again in this game. The protection has been up there. It is just the decision making by the player, by the quarterback.
Here's the give to Martinez, and he has continued to be a light, Ramos. They're going to have to feed him more next week. I mean, I think that's a 20 carry back right there.
Yeah, I agree. This is one of those workhorse backs, 20-25 carries, just like a Surunakai, for example, or just like a Registrator, where you have to go through him to win games.
Shotgun look here. Martinez will flank Vasquez, who changes the play at the line. Here is Vasquez, moves in the pocket, dumps off to Martinez underneath. A little bit of a shift. He'll pick up a yard.
Again, good protection, but the coverage down the field has been amazing so far for Louisiana all game long, so you just had to dump it short for a check down.
Sioux Falls and Portland will be the game tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. Brand new Portland Fleet will open their home stadium against the runners-up of last year, the Sioux Falls Sparrows. That will be an interesting one. Here is Vasquez, throws underneath, caught there, a yard shy of the line to gain. Paul Dillevue makes the grab.
And this is a tough task here for Portland here tonight, the Fleet. New owner Jacob Vivette was the coach for the Denver Nightwings this past season, and going against one of the best franchises in the SFL in Sioux Falls is no easy task at all.
No, hopefully the Fleet don't turn into the Titanic later tonight. Here is the run up the middle by Martinez, and again, just ripping off yards here against this Gladiators defense.
Yeah, and again, Karen Martinez has had a tremendous game so far, I think, and Bill Cherry has been the man in front all game long. So, again, the running game for St. Louis looks pretty impressive here in the first game. They just need to find that balance.
First and 10, 7 minutes to go here. 3 receivers wide. 24 points is the deficit if you can't do math. And the Gladiators at 35. Play action here for Vasquez. Flips out wide open. That's a nice catch. A 9-yard pickup before the tackle is made. Dillevue again. They are feeding him late in this game.
Yeah, good play. That was an out route by Dillevue. It was a middle out route. Just a play action. Try to lose one time and throwing the ball to the open man.
2 receivers split out, 4 down linemen for the Revolution on 2nd and 1. Vasquez, 7-step drop, going to heave this one towards the end zone. Oh, wide open in the end zone for the first touchdown of Javier Vasquez's career is Phil Koss, the tight end.
Yeah, and Phil Koss has really been the bright spot of this St. Louis passing attack. Down the field, we saw him earlier in the game in the first half get a big play down the field. And just a busted coverage here for Louisiana. They have been tremendous in deep pass coverage, but that time they just got caught in a bad defensive formation. Maybe they were expecting another short throw or a run by Martinez, but a good throw, open for a score. And we've seen crazier things before, Andy. I mean, it's only 3 scores, and we still have 6 minutes.
You said he caught the defense sleeping. He caught me sleeping. I wasn't expecting that bomb over the top. And it's an incredible moment for Vasquez and Koss. And an incredible moment here for everyone as the 17-point difference will take us to a break. We'll be right back. Plenty of action still to come. Andy Hamilton along with Ramos Lynn. Week 1 SFL action continues right now as well as 9 p.m. Eastern as Sioux Falls will take on the Portland Fleet. Here is the return from Twin Screw out to the 22. Ramos over-under for this game set at 39.5. We currently sit at 37. A field goal will take us to the over. No points would keep us on the under. Not that you bet anything on this game, but if you had to choose right now, are we going over or under?
I think we'll go over just because I think St. Louis is gonna enter right now in a mode where they're gonna go for all or nothing, and it's just a matter of whether they're gonna get another big touchdown or maybe we'll see another interception.
Check down to Streeter, and he will lose yards, -2 on that play there. Mark Gronick into the backfield, the new father, makes a good play there. And again, we look at the quarterback comparison, fairly close.
Yeah, fairly close and fairly bad for both quarterbacks, under 200 yards and 9 combined interceptions. But going back to it, I will go with the over because it seems that Louisiana is just going to play conservative as we are seeing, and backups are going to come in, and this is where St. Louis can possibly get another big play on offense. So I don't think we're done with scoring, but Louisiana just has to protect the ball.
Yeah, 3-score game, not necessarily out of reach. I mean, 5.5 minutes doesn't seem long when you put the 3 timeouts in there. If you get some field position or some help, I mean, we're not necessarily out of the woods here. Here's Pickler thrown across the middle. Caught! Oh, underneath. Beautiful catch by Cody Scott. He's been quiet today, but manages to haul that one into midfield to move the chains.
And Cody Scott is a very good tight end in this league, formerly of the St. Louis Gladiators, as well as he gets a big post route here. And last season, Cody Scott was tremendous for this St. Louis offense. 43 catches, 751 receiving yards, and 6 scores. That 6 scores was the most for a tight end this past season. In a league with great tight ends all over the league. Cody Scott #1 in touchdowns.
Well, and he had one earlier today as well. So 7 in the past 2 years. Here's the flip on the corner route. Wow. Louisiana not shying away from passing here. Saren Storm makes the grab.
He must the corner there, just in a corner route and just not played well by the corner. Saren Storm, again, he was a big part of the London passing attack last season. Was their mainly deep threat receiver. And getting, again, Louisiana into scoring position.
2 in the backfield here, 2 to the bottom of your screen. Just over 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Pickler under center. Streeter, the back, along with the fullback there. They'll give it to him up the gut, and Streeter will pick up a few.
Good patience by Streeter there, again, turning it to the inside, and a quiet 132 yards. It has not seemed that much because we've been entertained with other things in the game, but 132 yards in your debut here for Louisiana on the road, not too shabby.
Two in the backfield again. 3-3 look out of St. Louis, which has struggled a little bit against this formation for Louisiana. They'll give to Streeter off this left-hand side. He'll lose yardage. Every once in a while that play will have lost yardage, but on the other side, every once in a while they'll break off a 15, 20-yard run, so it's really give or take.
Yes, and it really depends on how good, the first step for the defensive lineman is. If they can get a push or if they get pushed, it really dictates how the play is ran. As we see, Reggie Streeter most rushing yards this week for any back in the SFL, and we've seen great ones, BDG Hollywood, we've seen T. Roy Gaines, and others, so he keeps going.
Continues to add yardage and will so, as I assume that the Revolution are going to keep this ball on the ground and burn as much clock as they can, and Ramos having a good running back is, one of the best ways to get your offense, really playing as good as they can, because when your running back is ripping off the most yards in a single week, I mean, that's definitely going to keep your offense moving.
Yes, and because that makes it second down and third downs way shorter. when you have a good running back who can get 5-6 yards on first down, and that makes the job easier for your quarterback, as Louisiana is just trying to get us in the over.
Fennick's kick is up and good, and that will put us over here. It is 30-10. The Revolution on top of the St. Louis Gladiators.
And great job by the Jax data here for the over-under. Really did their homework, and they had it at 39.5, and we are just at 40. So great job by the guys there with the over-under.
Yeah, the Jacksonville-Vancouver game was severely under earlier. I almost felt bad for those guys, but they make up for it incredibly well here with, if everything holds, a 0.5 point difference right on the marker. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Kick is away here from Fennick. Gladiators still only down by 3 scores, excuse me. Return here from Owens will come out to the 29-yard line. 2:03 to go, all 3 timeouts. Time to start firing, right, Ramos?
Yes, and especially because Louisiana is going to put their backups in. I mean, they're up by 20 points. They're just going to put their second stringers, and I think Martinez can have some space, or something can happen, and a big play can come here.
Empty set, 4 down linemen for the Revolution. Here is Vasquez, just barely gets it off. Pressure was coming, was able to unload, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. The Revolution well in control of this one. Gladiators playing for pride. We'll be right back after a short break. St. Louis, Missouri, Andy Hamilton, along with Ramos Lynn, Jacob Clear, and J.L. Browning have been running our stats for us tonight. We want to give a big shout out to them and the whole stats department for, so far, a very good week 1. 3 receivers wide here. Vasquez will play action to Martinez, going to float down the middle. That's caught. It'll be a 9-yard gain. They'll go hurry up.
And this is a great opportunity for him to really demonstrate what he was picked in the first round. See what he does.
3 wide. Vasquez again here under center. Play action. Gonna throw. Pressured. Oh, hit and almost dropped. Getting there to supply the pressure was Luther Gone. This front 4 full of rookies. Wilder, JoJo Shalizzi, and Ross Napoli have been a little quiet today, Ramos, but have supplied pressure when needed.
Yes, most definitely. And again, they have worked perfectly well as a unit. And the defense for Louisiana has been top-notch today.
3 receivers wide, 2 in the backfield. Another play action here. Deep shot down the middle of the field. Picked off by Nathan Blake. Blake going to return, and he will get down to midfield, and that will seal it.
Yeah, that's going to be it. And, going back again to what you said, Johnny Pickler, 11 picks all season last year. This is the 7th interception here for St. Louis today, and it is just not there. I mean, everything is well covered down the field. They were expecting those post routes, and Louisiana will just have to get a first down, and we'll be able to take a couple knees.
2 backs in the backfield, or 3 backs in the backfield, 2 fullbacks. 3-3 look again out of St. Louis. They give to not Streeter. They give to Nathan Smith, and Smith will pick up 6.
And even the backups are putting in the work. The offensive line, again, for Louisiana, I mean, you do have to give them a game ball here because they have played beautifully today. Reggie Streeter, again, the most yards for a running back this week. And the backup just came in and got 6 yards. So,
Oh yeah, I would agree. If we had to pick a game ball to give, we would give it out to the offensive line and Reggie Streeter because they really have carried, this offensive unit for Louisiana, who through the air at times looked fairly shaky. The 3 interceptions, but 128 yards on the ground looks really solid, and the 1 touchdown. I mean, that will give anyone momentum.
yeah, definitely. And 3rd and 6. They line up in the shotgun, so just trying to get some reps for the backup quarterback as well.
Back to throw here. Pressure coming, and down he goes. Getting in there to make the sack was Todd Dupstat. The quarterback, Whisker Lafouche, had no time, and Dupstat, his first sack of the season.
Oh, St. Louis gets a very positive play here on defense, and this is what they want from their defensive line. The Gladiators do. And again, if they can put pressure on the quarterback, that's going to make the whole job easier for the offense throughout the year. And Louisiana will have to punt here.
Malinishan's punt gets away. And the return will come out to the 20, 1st and 10, and St. Louis will have one more chance to run the offense.
No, and right now, Andy, right now that the game, you're at 20 points down, you're not gonna win this one. I will just, make some plays and experiment a little bit, just try something new, and try to see what works, what doesn't, and just try to score one more time and get some reps for your rookie quarterback.
Play action here again, and Vasquez going to fire deep down the field. That one is caught, collected in by Ryan Owens.
Yeah, beautiful throw, beautiful touch pass. It was double covered, but a good, accurate throw.
Spread formation again. Martinez, play action again to him. This time the out route is caught and falling out of bounds. Wonderfully scripted play there, the catch made by Dillevue.
And Dillevue has been really good here in the second half for St. Louis. The drives have been cut short, but he's been really good in those out routes, able to get separation on those plays.
There's a look at Koss, who really was kind of one of the receiving stars for St. Louis. Split backs now, play action again. Vasquez fires on a corner route, tipped up and incomplete. Nathan Blake there to make another play.
Yeah, double cover right there. They're trying to do a corner route. But the secondary for Louisiana have been covering the sidelines incredibly well all game long. The only big play that St. Louis got was over the middle, but they have been playing the sidelines extremely well all game long.
Empty formation here. No one in the backfield. 3-2 look out of Louisiana. Vasquez to throw. 7-step drop. Going to fire this one down the middle of the field. Oh, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Eagle Mondavi should have had that one.
Yeah, it was another good throw. Maybe a little bit underthrown. Just a little bit. But that has to be caught. And no, he was not underthrown. That was a beautifully placed ball. It had to be there because he was double covered. And good hit by Bennett.
39 seconds, 3rd and 10. You got to imagine they'll probably go for it on 4th just for the reps for this young offensive unit who, has struggled at times today, but has also had some bright spots. Phil Koss getting deep and scoring a touchdown, and this drive hasn't looked too bad either. Here is the toss out to this left-hand side, turning upfield. Nice run after the catch there by Eagle Mondavi.
And that's something that we have not seen much, Andy, in this game is those out routes from the outside receiver. We've seen it from the slot receiver on those play action passes, but not from the outside receiver. And in that one, he was completely wide open.
And a nice run after catch too. That's an underrated, part of receivers' games. We often talk about them making great grabs and running good routes, but a receiver who can pick up a few yards after the catch is always going to be valued highly. That catch made on the outside there for 6. Paul Dillevue getting the grab there.
Yeah, and going out of bounds again. So the clock stops, and St. Louis trying to score another touchdown to just make this game look just a little bit better on the stat sheet. But 30 seconds left. They have enough time. Let's see if they have what it takes to get the score.
Here is the throw outside, caught, and no, they're going to mark him short. Catch was made by Mondavi. Ball was in the left hand. Probably could have been in the right hand.
Yeah, I think he could have maybe extended the ball a little bit, but either way, the important thing, he got out of bounds again. And it's 4th down territory, so here in 3rd and inches, I'm fully expecting another throw here to the sideline from Vasquez.
4 down linemen, 2 in the backfield, 2 linebackers in for Louisiana. A nickel look against 2 receivers. And Javier Vasquez. Vasquez fires back of the end zone, tipped up and incomplete. Was looking for Koss, and that was, I think, the play they scored the touchdown on, Ramos.
Yeah, it was the same exact play, but that time they did have a safety cover the middle part of the field. Is the backup strong safety, actually.
Yeah, good play.
Making a tremendous play on the ball. Because we've seen it time and time again, Andy, in the SFL, safeties overplaying the ball or just jumping before the ball gets there, or just completely just miss the football. But that time, the backup makes a great play on the ball.
4 down linemen again. They just need a few inches to pick up the first down. Here is Vasquez to throw. Going to float one to the end zone. Oh, just outside of the outstretched arms of Phil Koss. It was a great route, and I think he overthrew him by just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit. And it was a good throw, a good decision there. Phil Koss, the big guy, but just maybe a yard outside of his reach.
And that will turn the ball over. Louisiana will take over and essentially can just get in the best formation in football and kneel this one out.
Yep, the victory formation, and St. Louis has no timeouts or nothing to stop the clock.
Just a reminder to anyone watching, we do have a game later tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. Sioux Falls takes on the brand new Portland Fleet, Jacob Bouvette, as well as AJ Levy, and the Sioux Falls Sparrows do battle. It should be a good one, Ramos. I'm interested to see how Portland fares in their first home game in franchise history. In this one, the Louisiana Revolution come to St. Louis. Gerald Smith returns to the Gateway City and get the 20-point victory, 30-10. And when you look at the stats there, Ramos, fairly even across the line. The turnovers, the big difference.
Yeah, the turnovers were the big difference in this game. And I think if St. Louis can cut down on those picks, they do have a bright future ahead of them, because they have a potentially good roster. Granted, a lot of rookies, but I think with player progression and with just coaching improvements, they can be very good. Just cut down on the picks.
And the other thing that you and I talked a lot about, Ramos, was in week 1, to play on a coach who you helped learn the game just last season. That not only is much more difficult, but in week 1, it's really a crapshoot right off the bat of trying to figure out what your opponent's going to do. When you add in that your opponent is the one who knows you better than anyone, that makes things just that much more difficult.
Yeah, it really does, because it's you don't know what to expect at all. You don't have nothing to scout. You don't have nothing to really base off of. We're in a new season. Teams can put in new playbooks that they've never ran before. So it's basically going blind into the first game of the season. But again, great job by the Revolution coaching staff. They completely dominated this game, and a bright future ahead of them and a very good start. And I'm very interested in tonight's game, Andy, because there's always one team of the new coming teams that make a splash. When Houston got into the league, they went to the championship game. When Tulsa got into the league, they went 8-0 to start. The Gorillas and Dragons went to the championship game in the first season. Vancouver, Chicago were right there in season 9 as well. So they there's always one team that comes into the league and has immediate impact.
Yeah, Fort Worth playing earlier today in their first game. Tough one against Houston that was exciting. This Louisiana team moving from, New Orleans over, had a good game here today. And then, obviously Portland will play tonight. And, we'll have to see how they do. I think it's a tough battle to play the Sioux Falls Sparrows, who just almost won the championship. And for a player of the game, Reggie Streeter, I think that makes a lot of sense, Ramos.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the main guy on that offense that kept it going. Reggie Streeter makes a lot of sense. Also, a guy like Tank Bennett would have been a good choice. But overall, Louisiana was all over the field making great points.
Evan Arthur would have been another one. That's all for us. Andy Hamilton and Ramos Lim, we want to thank you for tuning in. 9 o'clock Eastern is the next time the Simulation Football League will be on. Don't go anywhere. Grab some food. Grab a snack. You're going to want to buckle in for Sioux Falls and Portland